New things. Whew. Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Cool Guy 2091, your vision, or whatever you want to call me. And today, we're doing another reaction video. And this time, it's not going to be to a song. It's not going to be to a music video. It's not even going to be just to, audio. Or, It's going to be to Madonna, Woman of the Year, full speech. Billboard Women in Music 2016. I've heard lots of people recommend this. And I'm not saying that I just pushed it off because I didn't want to react to it. I just pushed it off because I was mainly focusing on music. But I had a taste for something today. I was like, you know what? People have been recommending this. So I'm like, I must do it for you guys. And because, it's a speech by Madonna. So, without further ado, let's get straight into this reaction. Let's do it.
So, first of all, I want to say thank you to Labyrinth. That was an amazing, amazing performance. Can I put this down? Sorry. Seriously?
Dude, she's a comedian too, man.
It's better this way. I always feel better with something hard between my legs.
All right.
Thank you for acknowledging my ability to continue my career for 34 years in the face of blatant misogyny, sexism, constant bullying, and relentless abuse. When I started, there was no internet. So people had to say it to my face. There were very few people I had to clap back at because life was simpler then. When I first moved to New York, I was a teenager. It was 1979, and New York was a very scary place. In the first year, I was held up at gunpoint, raped on a rooftop with a knife digging into my throat.
Oh my God.
And I had my apartment broken into and robbed so many times, I just stopped locking the door. In the years to follow, I lost almost every friend I had to AIDS or drugs or gunshot. As you can imagine, all these unexpected events not only helped me become the daring woman that stands before you, but it also reminded me that I am vulnerable. And in life, there is no real safety except self-belief. And an understanding that I am not the owner of my talents. I'm not the owner of anything. Everything I have is a gift from God. And even the things that happened to me, that still happen to me, are also gifts to teach me lessons and make me stronger. I'm receiving an award for being Woman of the Year, so I ask myself, what can I say about being a woman in the music business? What can I say about being a woman? When I first started writing songs, I didn't think in a gender-specific way. I didn't think about feminism. I just wanted to be an artist. I was, of course, inspired by Debbie Harry and Chrissie Hynde and Aretha Franklin, but my real muse was David Bowie. He embodied male and female spirit, and that suited me just fine. He made me think there were no rules, but I was wrong. There are no rules if you're a boy. If you're a girl, you have to play the game. What is that game? You are allowed to be pretty and cute and sexy, but don't act too smart. Don't have an opinion. Don't have an opinion that is out of line with the status quo, at least. You are allowed to be objectified by men and dress like a slut, but don't own your sluttiness. And do not, I repeat, do not share your own sexual fantasies with the world. Be what men want you to be, but more importantly, be what women feel comfortable with you being around other men. And finally, do not age, because to age is a sin. You will be criticized, you will be vilified, and you will definitely not be played on the radio. When I first became famous, there were new photos of me in Playboy and Penthouse magazine. Photos that were taken from art schools that I posed for back in the day to make money. They weren't very sexy. In fact, I looked quite bored. I was. But I was expected to feel ashamed when these photos came out, and I was not, and this puzzled people. Eventually, I was left alone because I married Sean Penn, and not only would he bust a cap in your ass, but I was taken off the market. So for a while, I was not considered a threat. Years later, divorced and single, sorry, Sean, I made my erotica album, and my sex book was released. I remember being the headline of every newspaper and magazine. And everything I read about myself was damning. I was called a whore and a witch.
Oh my.
One headline compared me to Satan. I said, wait a minute, isn't Prince running around with fishnets and high heels and lipstick with his butt hanging out? Yes, he was. But he was a man. This was the first time I truly understood that women really did not have the same freedom as men. I remember feeling paralyzed. It took me a while to pull myself together and get on with my creative life, to get on with my life. I took comfort in the poetry of Maya Angelou and the writings of James Baldwin and in the music of Nina Simone. I remember wishing that I had a female peer that I could look to for support. Camille Paglia, the famous feminist writer, said that I set women back by objectifying myself sexually. Oh, I thought, so if you're a feminist, you don't have sexuality, you deny it. So I said, fuck it. I'm a different kind of feminist. I'm a bad feminist. People say that I'm so controversial, but I think the most controversial thing I have ever done is to stick around. What I would like to say to all the women here today is this. Women have been so oppressed for so long, they believe what men have to say about them. And they believe they have to back a man to get the job done. And there are some very good men worth backing, but not because they're men, because they're worthy.
That's facts.
As women, we have to start appreciating our own worth and each other's worth. Seek out strong women to befriend, to align yourself with, to learn from, to be inspired by, to collaborate with, to support, to be enlightened by. As I said before, it's not so much about receiving this award as it is having this opportunity to stand before you and really say thank you as a woman, as an artist, as a human. Not only to the people who have loved and supported me along the way, so many of you are sitting in front of me right now, you have no idea.
It's all right, man.
You have no idea how much your support means.
This is beautiful.
But to the doubters, the naysayers, to everyone who gave me hell and said I could not, that I would not, that I must not, your resistance made me stronger, made me push harder, made me the fighter that I am today, made me the woman that I am today. So thank you.
Honestly, I'm not even gonna cut. That was beautiful. 2016, man, I cannot believe that I didn't really even know about Madonna then. I mean, especially with a speech like that, that was incredible. It sucks, man, sometimes realizing the things that happen and go on in this world, you know. Because, you know, all my life, being 19 now, just, I don't like to focus on things like that because, and then, you know, I'm not saying that, like, I need to be Batman just to realize the bad things that go on, because I do see the bad things that happen in this world sometimes. But the way I've always lived was just always focus on the positive, because I feel like we tend to lose our minds looking at the such negativity that goes on around us. But sometimes it's hard to just not see it, you know. There are things, of course, I'm not saying that I'm completely just ignoring, you know, the things that happen, but I definitely, you know, see it, and sometimes it's hard not to see it. And it makes me think, you know, and I feel like I wish I could do something like Batman and just, like, do something incredible, but the best I can do is just bring positivity and give people entertainment and make people forget about these problems sometimes, because I feel that's important, because some people get lost in focusing on all their problems and all their issues that they never really have time for themselves, or forget about themselves and just focus on other things. And that's such a beautiful thing, because it's, you know, it's selfless. You focus more on the importance, something bigger than yourself, and it's wonderful to see that. I had a point in my life where I was like that, you know. I completely forgot about myself. I'd focus on helping people, and it ruined me. It ruined me. Sometimes we don't even see that, but that's why, you know, I make these videos, and, you know, maybe simple, like, you're just doing a reaction, dude, but, you know, sometimes some of these reactions can bring light to things that go on, especially for me, because I feel like I need to involve myself in seeing some of the things. And of course, you know, I've seen it, things like this going on, and I don't, you know, like I said, don't focus on it as much, but sometimes I do. And sometimes, even if you haven't, maybe you've already seen this and you want to see my point of view of it and how I would react to something like this. And it's beautiful, the things that she says and the emotion she has and the struggles that she goes through. It hits, man. And I'm not saying that, you know, I myself am a woman and experience the things that, you know, women would, and it's hard. It's crazy hard, and I can see it. You know what I mean? Madonna's a great artist in all ways. Personality, music, artistic ways. It's just, I love this speech, man. It was wonderful. It hit my soul, you know? I'm not even trying to sound cliche, man. It's gonna happen. I'm gonna sound cliche regardless, so. I don't know, I'm lost for words, because she said what had to be said, you know what I mean? It's crazy that this is from 2016 too, man. I mean, a lot of things are going on now, especially in the world today too. But hopefully, you know, my videos can make you guys feel better regardless, even if I'm just doing, you know, just reactions. Maybe you guys can see it as, you know, a way to just watch a youngin', you know, watch songs that you love and bring you entertainment, you know, in different sort of ways, you know. Yeah, this is wonderful. I'm lost for words. I love you, Madonna, and thank you all for real, for all the support and for showing me this. Wow. I mean, other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you liked it, leave a like. If you loved it, subscribe. If you want more, let me know down in the comments below. And yeah, until next time, guys. Peace.